I need you to hear this before AI takes your job. The truth that nobody is telling professionals right now. What if the thing that you're most afraid of, AI taking over your career, is actually the same thing that's about to create the biggest income opportunity of your lifetime? And what if the professionals who figured this out first are the ones who are going to thrive while everyone else is scrambling? Stay with me because I'm about to share what completely changed how I think about AI and my income. And I think it's going to do the same for you. Hello, everyone. I'm Jordan E., and welcome to the channel. We need to talk about AI, not the hype version, not the scary headlines version, the real version, and what it means for your career. And most importantly, what you can do right now to get ahead instead of getting left behind. So, most of the conversations around AI and jobs are either way too optimistic or terrifying. And neither extreme is actually helping you make a smart decision about your future. So, today I want to cut through all of that. I want to talk about the fear because it's real and it deserves to be taken seriously. And I want to show you something that I genuinely believe is the biggest professional opportunity of this decade, something that most people don't even know exists yet. And before I get into it, I want to ask you something right now. Drop in the comments below and tell me, what is your biggest fear about AI in your career? And I'm going to be reading all these responses because I want to know exactly what you're dealing with. Your answer might even shape a future video on this channel. So go ahead and drop it below while we get into this video. Let's start with the fear because I think a lot of people feel like they're supposed to just get over it or embrace AI without actually acknowledging how legitimate the concern is. Here's what I know from talking to people in this community. There are writers who are watching AI generated articles in seconds and wondering if, their career has an expiration date. There are developers who are seeing AI write code and questioning rather junior roles are going to disappear entirely. There are video editors who are watching AI tools automate parts of their workflow and feeling that knot in their stomach. There are studio engineers, graphic designers, marketers, teachers, project managers, all watching this technology advance at a speed that feels genuinely overwhelming. And the fear underneath all of it is the same fear. Am I going to become irrelevant? Is everything I spent years building, my skills, my expertise, my career, is all of that about to just not matter anymore? I want to look you in your eye through this screen and tell you that that fear makes complete sense. It's not irrational, it's not weakness. The scale and speed of this AI shift is unlike anything that has happened in the professional world or just in our lifetime. So if you're scared, you're paying attention, and paying attention is actually the first step of getting ahead of this. But here's where I want to challenge you because I think the fear, as understandable as it is, might be pointing you in the wrong direction. Everyone is asking, is AI going to take my job? But almost nobody is asking the more important question: who is going to train the AI? Think about that for a second. Every single AI system that exists right now, every model, every tool, every piece of technology that has you worried about your career had to be trained by someone. It had to learn from real human expertise, real professionals. They need the knowledge and the real experience. And here is the thing that the headlines are not telling you: AI is not good enough yet to train itself. It needs experts. It needs professionals with years of real world experience who can look at what an AI produces and say, no, that's not how a real engineer would solve that. That's not how a real editor would cut that scene. That's not how a real audio producer would mix that track. That's not how a real developer would architect that system. And AI needs you, not a watered down version of you, not a beginner version of you, the full depth of what you know and what you spent years building. And the companies building these AI systems know it, which is why they are paying professionals 50, 60, 70, $100 an hour to contribute that expertise to the training process remotely on flexible contractor schedules with no AI experience. So let me ask you this, and I do want to answer. So in the comments, if you could get paid premium rates to use the skills you already have from home on your own schedule, would that change how you feel about the AI shift? Drop your answer below. Let me explain exactly what I mean when I talk about AI job training, because I think a lot of people hear that term and picture something really technical and complicated that they couldn't possibly do. And that's not that. Let me break it down simply. AI companies are building models that need to understand how professionals actually work, not how textbooks say professionals work, not how a tutorial describes it, but how real professionals with real experience actually approach real problems. To get that knowledge into the AI, they need those real professionals. They need them to demonstrate their workflows, validate the AI generated instructions, review outputs for accuracy, and provide the kind of expert feedback that only comes from years of doing something at a high level. That's AI job training. And it covers almost every professional field you can think of. Video editors reviewing and validating AI generated editing instructions, back end engineers evaluating AI descriptions of how to architect systems, audio producers demonstrating real mixing and production workflows, front end developers assessing AI generated code for quality and accuracy, post production experts verifying that AI understands professional workflows correctly. I have covered multiple of these opportunities on this channel already, and the pay range I've seen has been anywhere from $19 an hour all the way up to $110 an hour, depending on the skill set and the role. Now, here's what I want you to think about. What is your skill set? What have you spent years getting really good at? Because there is almost a certainty that an AI company right now needs that someone with your exact expertise to help train their model. And I want to know what that skill is. Drop it in the comments right now. Tell me what you do professionally, because I am actively looking for these opportunities every single day. And your comment might help me find the perfect role for you. I want to talk about something else that I also think is really important, because it's not just about the money or the job opportunity. It's about how you choose to position yourself in relation to this technology. There are two kinds of professionals right now. The first kind is watching AI happen to them. They're reactive. They're waiting to see how bad it gets. They're hoping their specific role doesn't get disrupted. And every new AI announcement feels like another reason to be afraid. The second kind is watching AI happen and asking, how do I get on the other side of this? How do I become the person that shapes this technology instead of someone who gets displaced by it? How do I make my expertise part of the foundation that AI is built on? The professionals in the second group are the ones who are going to look back on this moment in 5 years and say, that was the best thing that ever happened to my career. And here's the beautiful thing: you don't have to choose between these two groups based on how technical you are or how much you know about machine learning or comfortable you are with these AI tools. The deciding factor is simply whether you are willing to recognize that your existing expertise has value in this new context and act on it. That's it. That's the whole shift. Now, I want to be open with this because I think this community has a lot of wisdom to share. Have you started thinking about AI as an opportunity yet, or does it still feel more like a threat? Be honest, there's no wrong answer here. Drop it in the comments and let's have a real conversation about this. Now, I might look young to a couple of y'all, but I am 33 and I have been around the block enough times to see different economic shifts and even in the early stage to know what a wave looks like. And AI trading jobs is a wave and it's building right now. So think about what happened when the internet took off. The people who recognized early that the internet was going to need content, developers, designers, marketers, those people built incredible careers and businesses. The people who waited until it was obvious, right? They were playing catch up for years. Think about what happened when remote work went mainstream. The people who had already built remote friendly skills and had flexible income streams, they were positioned perfectly. The people who never thought about it, then they were scrambling. AI job training is that moment right now today. The companies building these AI systems need professional expertise at massive scale. The number of roles being posted is growing every single week. The pay is strong because the demand is high, and the supply of people who know these opportunities exist is still low. That supply is about to change, and when it does, the early advantage disappears. So here's my question for you, and I really want you to answer this in the comments. What is stopping you from exploring this right now? Is it time? Is it not knowing where to start? Is it not believing your skills are valuable enough? Tell me exactly what's in the way because I want to help you remove that obstacle. That's what this channel is for. Now, I'm going to get a little personal for a minute because I think context matters. And I think you deserve to know why I care so much about bringing these opportunities to this community. I'm a mom of two incredible boys. My oldest is 6 years old and he has schizencephaly and autism. And for our family, the traditional 9 to 5 never seemed to be an option. And trading time for money, showing up somewhere for a set number of hours in exchange for a paycheck, that model just doesn't fit my life. So I had to build something different. And that belief became the foundation of everything that I do. So earning income should never have to depend on you trading your time hour for hour. AI training jobs is one of the most exciting income opportunities I have ever come across for people who need flexibility, people who can't be tied to a desk from 9 to 5, people who are caregivers, people who have health challenges, people who are building something on the side, people who just want to be present for their lives while still earning at a level that actually moves the needle. Remote, flexible, premium pay, no AI experience required. Your existing skills are the entire value. That combination is rare, and I am not going to stop bringing these opportunities to this channel until every single person here knows they exist. So let me bring this all together. The fear about AI and jobs is real. I'm not dismissing it. But fear without direction just keeps you stuck. And you cannot afford to be stuck right now because the wave is building, whether you're ready or not. So here's what I want you to do after this video. First, drop a comment right now telling me two things. What's your professional skill set? And what's your biggest question or fear about AI in your career? And I'm going to read all of these responses and I'm going to respond back to some of them directly. Also, some of your comments and responses will directly shape the next video that I make on the channel because your voice matters here. Second, go to the description box or the pinned comment, and I'll have my website where you can get access to the full board of AI training jobs. And once you get access, go take a look at these opportunities And you might be surprised how many of them match what you already do. Third, share this video with one professional in your life who needs to hear this message: a friend, a coworker, a family member, someone who is scared about AI and doesn't know that there's another way to look at it. One share from you could genuinely change their perspective and their financial situation. The truth I want to leave you with: the AI shift is not the end of your expertise. It might actually be the beginning of your expertise being valued more than it ever has been before. The question is whether you're going to get in position to capture that value or watch someone else do it. I believe in this community. I believe in your skills, and I am going to keep showing up with these new opportunities, new information, and real talk about what's actually happening. So, subscribe if you haven't, turn on the notification, and I will see you in the next video.